Welcome to another key session on large language models, LLMs, and related technologies. These videos are designed to sharpen your knowledge and prepare you for interviews in today's competitive job market. Each video includes a free self-evaluation quiz, and for our interns, we provide exclusive Anki flashcards to help you master and retain these concepts effectively. Let's get started. Wishing you the very best in your learning journey.
All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on a little piece of AI magic, the thing that makes the tools you use feel just incredibly fast and responsive. It's called parallel function calling, and we're going to break down exactly what it is and why it matters. You ever do this? You ask a chatbot to do like 3 things at once. Something like, hey, find me the best flight to Paris, check the weather there for next week, and tell me what that flight costs in my local currency. And then bang, before you can even finish your thought, you've got a complete answer. How in the world does it do all that so quickly? Well, the secret is all in how the work gets done. You can think of it as 2 different approaches. The first way is sequential, which is like doing one thing, finishing it completely, and only then moving on to the next. The other way is in parallel, where you're tackling all the tasks at the exact same time. And that, right there, is the fundamental difference between feeling slow and feeling instantaneous. Now, working one step at a time, sequentially, that feels pretty logical, right? It's how we usually make a to-do list. But for a computer, that one-at-a-time method creates a huge traffic jam, a massive bottleneck, especially when your questions get more complex. It's just not very efficient. The real issue, the thing that makes it all feel so sluggish, is just the waiting. It's all that dead time. The AI has to go find the flight info, and then it just sits there. Then it goes to get the weather, and it waits again. Every single one of those pauses adds up, and that's the frustrating delay you feel on your end. So if waiting is the enemy, the solution is pretty obvious. You have to get rid of it. And luckily, there is a much, much smarter way to handle these kinds of requests. It's called parallelism, and it's a really elegant way to just completely erase that bottleneck. And this brings us to the star of the show, parallel function calling. To put it simply, it's the AI's ability to run multiple different requests or function calls all at the same time without having to wait for each one to come back. Now, the key word here is independent. The tasks can't be relying on each other for answers. You know, the absolute best way to picture this is to think like a chef in a busy kitchen. A chef would never, ever cook a big meal one dish at a time, right? Of course not. You've got multiple pots bubbling on the stove, you've got something roasting in the oven, and you're chopping vegetables on the side all at once. That's the whole idea behind parallel function calling. So what's the actual recipe the AI is following here? Well, first, it looks at your big request and figures out all the little tasks that can be done on their own. Step 2, it fires off all of those requests at the exact same time. Step 3, it just waits for all the different answers to come back in. And finally, step 4, it takes all that information it just gathered and weaves it all together into a single, smart response for you. Okay, that's the techie stuff. But let's talk about the payoff. Why does this whole process translate into an experience that just feels, well, instant? We actually see this in action all the time. Think about the user experience on a dashboard, for example. You want your news feed, your weather forecast, and your stock prices to all pop up at once, not load one by one by one. Parallelism is what makes that feel so snappy. Or think about a travel site. To give you all the options, it has to check with a ton of different airlines. By doing that all at once, you get a complete list in a fraction of the time. And the difference in speed here isn't just a little bit better. We're talking about a massive improvement. In a lot of cases, this can cut down the total wait time by something like 90%. It's a total game changer, turning tasks that used to take several long seconds into things that are over in the blink of an eye. But, and this is a really important but, it's not a magic wand that you can just wave at every single problem. This is a powerful tool for sure, but it's got some important rules and limitations that we have to keep in mind. And really, it's as simple as this. As powerful as this is, you just can't do everything at the same time. Sometimes you actually do have to wait. So here's what you gotta watch out for. First, and most important, are dependencies. Let's go back to our chef. You can't frost a cake that you haven't even baked yet, right?
It's the same idea. If one function needs the answer from another one, they have to run one after the other. You also have to manage your resources. If you make way too many requests all at once, you could crash a server or even get temporarily blocked from an API. And finally, you have to be really careful about handling errors because if one of your 5 parallel requests fails, you need a way to know exactly which one it was. So, after all that, what's the big idea here? What's the main thing to walk away from?
At the end of the day, parallel function calling isn't really about making a computer work harder. It's about making it work smarter. It's a strategy. It's about eliminating wasted time and organizing work in the most efficient way possible, all to create that smooth, seamless, instant experience we've all gotten used to. And that kind of leaves us with one last question. This whole idea of parallelism, it isn't just for AI, it's happening everywhere in our digital lives. So as our world seems to get faster and faster, it's worth thinking what other invisible things are happening in the background, all working at the same time, just to help us keep up.
Thank you for watching till the end. Don't forget to test your knowledge with the quick self-evaluation quiz. The link is right in the description. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to support the channel. And if you haven't yet explored our self-paced AI internship program, visit shogini.com for full details. Wishing you all the best in your AI journey.